Hi, I'm Dale Gerke. I'm a specialist dentist and have been so for about 40 years. And previous to that, I was a general dentist for about 10 years. So I've got a fair bit of experience and a few educational credentials as well. I've got to emphasise that this video is not a professional production. It's very much an amateur hour. What I'm trying to do is convey to anyone who's interested 50 years of experience and expertise on how to keep your teeth, the tricks I've learned, and some pretty basic information as well. Before we get too far into this, I should explain that the format it will be that I'll make a series of short videos so that it doesn't overload anyone. You can, if you want to watch it all at one time, you can just click from one video to another. But if you want to divide it up and give yourself a bit more space and time, then just click on whichever video is relevant at the time. To start with, I think we need to identify why you might want to keep your teeth. Well, the first thing is function. Without teeth, it's very hard to eat. Even if you've got artificial prostheses called dentures, it is still very hard to eat unless you've got your own teeth. So function is a very important aspect of why you should want to keep your teeth. The other thing is that there are medical issues that you can get if you have poor dental health. Things like heart disease and diabetes have been mentioned. There's an association reported in the literature about that and other medical conditions as well. So keeping your systemic or general health is also important by keeping your dental health. Of course, there are also some problems with pain and suffering if you're having teeth extracted and then dentures placed. I've been treating people for over 50 years, and much as some people will say they get on well with their dentures, in reality, when I question them in the privacy of a surgery, most will admit that they would rather have their own teeth. As well as that, of course, is the finance involved. Having extractions and a new set of dentures is not a cheap exercise. There's often a misapprehension or a misconception that having a set of dentures will end up being the only thing that you need to have done to your teeth after you've had extractions. I've got to tell you that sadly that is not the case. Most people will need a new set of dentures every 5 to 10 years, at the most 15 years. I'm well aware that some people go 30 years with their dentures, but most will end up with horrific oral health problems because they've worn their dentures far too long without getting them either relined or alternatively getting new dentures. Whatever the situation, I can assure you that having a set of dentures is not the cheaper option. Having healthy teeth and gums is definitely the cheapest way to function properly with your oral health. Now, of course, in the last 30 years, dental implants have become quite prominent, and many people think it's better to have their own natural teeth extracted and have some implants. I find that implants are enormously valuable and useful when people are missing teeth and they can't function or can't look the way they'd like to. In that situation, having implants to replace missing teeth is exceptionally good. It's a good alternative to having dentures. However, when teeth are present and can be saved, I will always choose and recommend that you keep your own teeth. There's a reason for that. Firstly, there is about a 5 to 10% failure rate if you have implants. It depends on the surgeon, it depends on the patient and what medical conditions they may have, how much bone is available. It also depends on how well you clean your implants after they've been placed. It's ironic that some people think that if I have implants, I don't ever have to clean my implants again. Unfortunately, that isn't right. You do need to clean your implants, so my argument would be why not just keep or clean your own teeth? However, there are other issues to consider with implants. Not only is there a failure rate, but there is also only about a 50% success rate. So if you do your arithmetic between 5 or 10% failure and 50% success, what that means is there is this grey area of 40 to 45% where implants haven't failed, but they can't be clinically categorised as successful. So there are doubtful issues about implants. They are not always guaranteed to succeed. So therefore, I'll always choose to keep teeth if at all possible. I should explain that there are two fundamental types of dental disease in your mouth. Firstly is decay, and most people will understand that concept where the tooth rots away over a period of time. Generally, it will cause pain, but if not, will generally have the situation where the tooth will break down and need to be extracted or heavily restored. The second disease process is gum disease. Now, gum disease will eventually cause the loss of your teeth if you don't clean properly. So, the difference between the two is that, in general, as a generalization, before you're 40 years of age, the most prevalent dental disease in your mouth will be decay. After 40, however, that changes and gum disease becomes the more prevalent disease in general terms. And that leads to a really bad dental joke that I want to explain to you. You're going to the dentist at 50, 55, 60 years of age, and the dentist says, the good news is your teeth are perfect. The bad news is they've all got to come out because you've got really bad gum disease. Now, if you want to keep your teeth, you have to look after your teeth in regards to decay, but also you need to be conscious and prevent gum disease. Now, with regard to reducing decay, that is all to do with sugar intake. And in another video, I will explain more about that. With regards to gum disease has to be prevented. If gum disease has taken hold, you will find that you simply cannot reverse the disease process. You can stop it, but you can't get back to a good set of gums if there's been a large amount of gum disease damage. Sufficient to say that it's always going to be better to prevent rather than to cure gum disease and decay. To help do that, you should have regular checkups with your dentist and also regular cleanups with either your dentist or your hygienist. When it comes to regular checkups with the dentist, what I would urge you to do is not necessarily shop around for the cheapest dentist. It takes time to do good quality dentistry. Generally, I find when I review the work done by different dentists on a lot of patients that I see, is that the cheaper the dentist, more often than not, the worse quality of dentistry is being done. Now, the reason for that is quite simple. As I said, it takes time to do good dentistry. So let's say, as a specialist and after 50 years' experience, I should know how to do a crown preparation reasonably well. From go to start to doing the preparation to getting the job done in the laboratory and then inserting the crown later takes me, after 50 years of experience, around about 2 hours, maybe even 3 hours in a difficult case. And for that, I will charge a number of thousands of dollars. Some dentists will charge less than that. Some dentists might charge $1,100, $1,500. But there are certain overheads that have to be paid in any dental practice. And generally I find that overheads are around about $200 to $400 an hour, depending on the practice. So irrespective of who the dentist is, they have to make enough to pay the overheads. They also will want to make a profit. So what I find is if dentists are charging less, they have to rush the job in order to make enough money to pay the overheads and also to make enough profit. And I can just assure you that if they rush the job, dentists cannot do a good, high-quality job. Now, for those who want to have more information about how to keep your teeth, You can go to my website, which is www.drdalegerke.com. So DRDALEGERKE.com. And if you want to look at some information and download it, then you can go to the website and also add / and FRQ, and it will take you to the frequently asked questions question page. I hope that this is intriguing to you, and if you'd like to have more information, please look at the other videos that I've made.